Welcome to the Semnotics. My name is Alex, and now I can officially say I am out of the infant parent phase. My son is officially no longer an infant and moving on to toddlerhood. So now that he's through that and I have a lot more experience, I get asked very often, what is the one baby product, baby consumer product that I couldn't live without, that I recommend every single new parent buy because it's essential? Well, it's this thing right here. This is the Baby Brezza Baby Bottle Washer Pro. And this thing I have used religiously for over a year now. And I cannot express just how essential this is to a new parent's routine. So we're going to talk about this right now.
All right, so Lita jumping in here as the other parent. As many of you might already know, newborns drink a lot and they drink very frequently. In fact, newborns can drink up to 12 times a day, like every 2 hours. So the Baby Brezza is super convenient because it can wash up to 4 bottles at a time. And for newborn parents, or for parents to newborns, time is a precious resource. There's so much stuff to do when you have a newborn that this is literally your assistant to just help wash bottles. And you might think that's really easy. That's a simple thing to do. But you have to do it so frequently, so time-consumingly that, to me, I found this worth every penny.
Okay, let me just kind of walk through what this actually is. It's a bottle washer, but not just a baby bottle washer. This can also wash basically breast pumping accessories, just baby stuff in general. I've put some of his teething toys, my son's teething toys in here. It can wash anything as long as you can put it in here. So this is the lid. Once you remove the lid, these are the compartments. It's actually a 2-decker. Think of this as like as a dishwasher. You have 2 levels of a dishwasher. So as you can see here, they actually have segmented for 4 bottles. And obviously this lower level has more height space because this is where you slot in the bottles. As you can see, these gray things, this is actually where the water comes out. There's actually 20 of these slots that shoot the water out, these jet streams. And these are supposed to help clean it effectively in these slots. You can see the water will come in. I'll show you some B-roll of this. It's going to spray inside the bottle, and it's supposed to clean it effectively and cleanly. Right now, I only have pigeon bottles left. This is a lesser-known Japanese bottle. However, we've used it with Dr. Brown's, Nux. We've used it with a bunch of different bottles over the year that we've had our son, and all of them do fit here. It's more of a universal fit, and as long as it gets into the hole, it's going to be able to wash it. So we've also washed it with some of Lita's breast pumping materials and parts over the last year. Once you load it, you have to add a little detergent tablet. It's a little tablet like this, and this originally comes with 60 with your purchase, and then you have to reorder them. It's not a subscription service, but essentially it does become like one because you constantly have to buy these. We average about like a pack a month from our usage of it. Once you load that stuff in, you put the cover back in. Then on the back side, you have 2 water tank compartments. The top one is clean water. You see there's where the fill line is. You fill this up with drinking water or clean water. This is the water that's going to be used to wash this. And on the bottom, this is the dirty tank where the water will be filtered in through this hole. This is where you will empty it after you're done with the wash. So once you're ready to start, you hold the power button for 3 seconds. And you can see it powers on. Then there's a wash mode button, and you can toggle through the different wash modes. This is the identifier for what type of mode it is, and you can see it also toggles the amount of time it needs to do the job. There's 6 different wash modes, and there's multiple things this thing can do. It can just wash by itself, or it can wash and also sterilize. And it can also wash, sterilize, and dry at the same time. And of course, that will take more time. Or you could just choose to do one and not the other, or 2 and not the other. So that's why there's 6 different combinations for modes. What we normally do here is we do the full service for 88 minutes. That's washing, sterilizing, and drying it. And once you pick that, you can see it's blinking. Then you press this button right here, and it'll start the system. And you can see right now, if you can see through this, the water is circulating and it's going to go through the jet streams here, and they're going to be shooting straight into the bottle soon. And there we go, the geysers are going and it is thoroughly washing everything. You can see it hits the second level easily through the underside and also the top. So you're basically cleaning all around, not only the top of the bottles, top of the nipples, but under everything as well. So that really cleans everything, and it also steams it to kill the bacteria. All right, so since that thing is working in the background, how nice is that? I get to talk and keep working and doing other things while it cleans my baby's bottles. Let's talk about these things, right? So you saw me, I threw a detergent tablet. You have to put 1 each time you put it in there. Once again, this one is about 120 tablets for $20 you can buy on Amazon. So this is an added cost that you need to consider. You also need to buy a second tablet. This is a descaling tablet. Think of it like a cleaning agent. You put this in, they say basically once every 20 washes. They recommend that. And it's supposed to help keep this in spiff shape, keep some of that mineral buildup away, and keep it optimal and operating. We've been doing that. Once again, this also is an added cost. It's about 20 bucks. So together, you are looking at added costs that you have to use to maintain this and to operate it. All right, while I do love the Baby Brezza, it is somewhat expensive. It is an upper cost that you have to front, and then you also do have to maintain it. There's also a couple other things that might not be perfect about it. So while it does not require a tube or to keep anywhere near your sink, it's all independent. All it needs is one power source. So you plug it into a wall outlet, that's all. That's nice. But because it is somewhat portable and there's wheels underneath, you can slide it around, and it is something you don't need to keep next to a sink, it isn't optimal in terms of how much you can put in. It can only store 4 bottles and wash 4 bottles at once. And sometimes the jet streams are so powerful it dislodges things. Occasionally, when I pull it out after cleaning, I do see some leftover residual of the detergent tablet. That's also normal from like a dishwasher. I see stuff like that occasionally. That happens here as well. So while it would be nice to be able to store a little bit more in here, it is a compromise to keep it a relatively, what I consider a storable size. You can store this in a cabinet, you can store this next to your countertop, and it doesn't really take up too much space. So that is the trade-off. You can't store too much stuff and clean it in one try. You're gonna have to do it in multiple tries. All right, so while this thing is wrapping up the cleaning session, I do wanna say that it is nice to have something like this operate in the background, and it's basically talking to me. It's saying, hey, Alex, I'm doing this job for you, so you don't have to worry. And I can reliably trust it. While I'm cleaning dishes, doing other things that a parent needs to do, time is precious, I can reliably say that when this comes out, it comes out like this. It's perfectly clean. I don't have to worry about bacteria going into it. The steam kills 99.9% of the bacteria, according to Baby Brezza. So I trust it. I trust it to give me a clean bottle to feed my child when I need to. And I do believe that it is optimal for anybody, any new parent, to get something like this. It does help a lot. So this is my favorite product out of all the baby stuff we have, and we have a lot of them. This is my favorite one that we've used every single day of my son's life. Once again, I'm Alex with Hypnotics. Let me know what your best baby products are. What do you use that you can't live without? I would love to hear it in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.